Oh my goodness! I couldn't believe it. I almost missed Bedtime Story. Can you believe that? How did I miss Bedtime Story? Luckily enough, producer Mo already had me a story ready for you guys. I was out in my garden getting the old topsoil ready because I'm told to plant vegetables after Mother's Day, which is this Sunday. So let's hunker on down. I'm relaxing now in my chair. My heartbeat is dropping. We got the old Peanuts stories here. Peanuts 5-minute stories. Producer Mo picked the story out, so let's get comfortable here and let's see what she picked out. All right, today's story is Messy Like Pigpen. Meet Pigpen, the messiest kid around. Pigpen takes mischievous to a whole new level. He is surrounded by a cloud of dirt, jumps in every mud puddle, and refuses to take a shower. Why? Pigpen believes he's covered in dust of ancient civilizations. Who am I to disturb history, he always says. I like that. That's a good idea. Every move Pigpen makes raises a cloud of dust. When he claps his hands at something funny on TV, poof of dirt completely blocks the screen. When he reaches out to catch a baseball, he catches the dust. He catches the ball in a storm of dust that blends in with the outfield. Good grief, Charlie Brown says when the dust starts to bother him. Does messiness run in your family, Pigpen, or is your environment to blame? It must be my environment. I'm covered with it, Pigpen says. There we go. We got Pigpen over here jumping around the mud puddles. There he is in that TV set, clapping his hands, catching the ball in the outfield. And there's old Charlie Brown talking to Pigpen there. I like it. Dust from ancient civilizations. All right. There are many adventures, and there are many advantages to being messy. According to Snoopy, if you put 4 walls around Pigpen, you have an instant sandbox. And when it's hot outside, the layers of dust on Pigpen's skin keeps him nice and cool. That's pretty good ideas. We got a little sandbox, protecting from UV radiation. I like it. I like it. Pigpen's a smart little boy. But sometimes even Pigpen notices that all that dust has a downside. When he plays hide and seek, Lucy always finds him right away. Why? Because he leaves a trail of dust behind him that leads straight to his hiding spot. Works every time, Lucy says. That's when Pigpen asks for her advice. And you know it's going to cost her, right? 5 cents. You're covered in dirt and dust, Pigpen, Lucy tells him. You don't need a psychiatrist. You need an archaeologist. Try to stay clean for at least a few hours a day. It's good advice. But when you're a dust magnet like Pigpen, it's not easy to follow. There he is over there playing hide and go seek. And there he is. Look at that. I was right. 5 cents for some psychiatric help from the old Lucy there. Pigpen does occasionally try to be clean. He combs his hair when he's there. And there are so many thick parts of dirt that when he rakes it, his hair, he has to use a rake. He wipes off his eyes. There are so many layers of grit that he can't see where he's going. One time, though, Pigpen did the unthinkable, at least for him. It all started at school. Violet's friend, Patty, had just asked Pigpen why didn't at least he tie his shoelaces. What do you want me to do? Inconsistent, he replied. He had a point, but that's when the teacher announced that there was going to be a big dance at the school. Boom, there he is. trying to clean his face, comb his hair, tie his shoes. I'm with Pigpen. I got this. Pigpen was so excited that he decided to do the one thing that he disliked most. I think it's time to take a bath, he thought to himself. Don't do it, Pigpen, don't do it! Pigpen scrubbed and scrubbed at the dirt with a washcloth, but it didn't work. I think it's finally happening, Mom, he yelled. I reached a point of no return. With a bit of elbow. With a bit of elbow grease, after quite a long time he soaked in a bathtub, Pigpen was finally squeaky clean. He headed to the dance with a new spring in his step. Wait till you see Pigpen. Woo! Good looking man right there. He was already ready to leave when Charlie Brown arrived and walked right by him. Who's the new kid? Charlie Brown wondered. Look at that. He's getting clean. Look at that. He is squeaky clean. Looks like a good looking young fellow. Looks like me actually. Without the chin tails. But then Charlie Brown walks right by him. Didn't even recognize who he was. Charlie Brown realized the new kid was his old friend Pigpen and gasped, "Good grief! Pigpen, is that you? I barely recognize you," he said. Neither did anyone else. Pigpen was totally sad. And they wouldn't even let him into school for the dance. Well, at least you tried, said Charlie Brown. While they were talking, Pigpen got more and more disheveled. Suddenly, there was a wham, and Pigpen was filthy again from head to toe. What can I say? Pigpen said. I'm a dust magnet. I like it. Charlie Brown and Pigpen, and wham! It's dirty again. You look messier than ever, Violet said when she walked by him. Don't listen to her, Pigpen and Charlie Brown said. I'm beginning to wonder if you really are carrying around a dust of ancient civilization. Sort of makes me want to treat you with more respect, doesn't it, Violet? Pigpen said proudly. Thanks for standing up to me, Charlie Brown, Pigpen said, and pulled some candy out of his pocket. Here, have some gumdrops. Charlie Brown knew that those gumdrops weren't usually brown. But he didn't want to hurt his new friend. Well, he didn't want to hurt his friend's feelings. So he ate them, dirt and all. There you go. We got Violet walking away from Charlie Brown and Pigpen. And Pigpen and Charlie Brown, eating some gumdrops. All right. Pigpen began to wear his grin with pride again. They showed up to his friend's house for a birthday party, dirtier than ever. Charlie Brown was surprised. Aren't you worried they'll turn you away? Pigpen shook his head. The present is clean. I like that. Sure, though. Frida welcomed them and said, It's wonderful to see you, as Pigpen handed the present to her. That's kind of fun. Frida, his friend. See, friend Frida? I like that. A birthday party. Charlie Brown raised his eyebrows. Maybe the world needs messy people, Pigpen told Charlie Brown. Otherwise, neat people would take over. Oh, I'm a neat person. I'm a neat freak. Pigpen might be right. After all, if everything were clean and organized all the time, things might be a little too perfect. When you carry a cloud of dirt around you, wherever you go, you always bring something interesting with you. The end. And there we go. Pigpen handing his present to Frida, and then Pigpen talking to Charlie Brown. And people like me, I'm a neat freak. You know what? I like it. I like people like old boy Pigpen to carry dirt around. Because you know what? I need a little interesting in my life. So I'm glad that Pigpen's there for us all. So Sorry I was late rushing in here, but hopefully you all enjoyed the story. And like all of us here going through this pandemic, hopefully this story brought you a little interesting information to you and a little dust into your life. Sweet dreams, and don't let the bed bugs bite. Bye-bye.